Hey guys, with potentially more content yet to be revealed for Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, after doing a top 10 most wanted characters, thought I'd do one with stages. Just like last video, this list will only do one entry for each Nick series. Also, I'll mention stages from Super Smash Bros. As an example of how each entry will play. With that out of the way, let's begin. At number 10, chaksung from chaksung. The mention of chalk drawings could really stand out with the theme of drawing coming to play. Could be like PictoChop, where new platforms and hazards could be drawn into the stage. The show's main character, Rudy Tabuti, I cannot pronounce his name, if he's not in the roster, could show up drawing the stage elements with his magic chalk. Of course, he'd be drawing it very fast, but that's how things goes. Well, then again, that he does draw pretty quickly to draw the stuff, so I guess there's not much to complain about there. And number 9, Sussex Armed Boarding House from Hey Arnold. With Hilda and possibly even Arnold himself being in the roster, it's only natural for them to have their home stage. Finding on the roof of the boarding house seems fitting, since this is present in the show itself. Could be a crane appearing in the background, lifting and moving a platform, like one did with Grandpa Gertie and the piano. And if there's a camera mode in the game, like Smash Bros. Does, it'd be pretty cool to move the camera around and even look down the sunroof to see Arnold's house itself. That should be a very cool detail, but who knows, it might be asking a lot. And number 8, Madtown Skatepark from Rocket Power. Skatepark slopes seen in the show could make for some standout terrain compared to the confirmed stages seen in the real trailer, where most are mostly flat. Of course, this won't be competitively viable, but I do like to see stages where the layout complements the theme of the stage, so seeing slopes can shake things up. And number 7, Yolkas from the Adventures of Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius. Now, I would have picked Retroville as the home stage, but I picked this location from the movie as it can stand out more as a stage with varying layouts and themes. Think of this like Blizzard's Death. Instead of Kraid, we have Poltra appear in the background, attacking the stage and possibly changing the layout. This be one of those stages that is also stadium naturally as a fighting game would be fitting with a crowd of Yokians cheering or booing during this battle of the stage. Probably booing at the heroes as they win. Wouldn't that be fun? And number 6, Convy from the Wild Thornberries. With the confirmed stages not being jungle themed, one for the Wild Thornberries would be a perfect opportunity. Especially since Nigel Thornberry himself would need his home stage to fight on. Thinking about fighting on top of the communications vehicle as it drives through the wildlife, you can get knocked out of the vehicle and fall to the ground, but you can get back onto the stage if you're quick enough before falling behind. Or knock forward and get hit or knocked back up. There could even be some animals running by the Convy and become extra platforms. A lot could happen with this stage. There's a lot of potential of it. I would really love to see what a Wild Thornberry stage would be like. And number 5, Fairy World from Fairly Odd Parents. Up in the pink-cluttered city of Fairy World makes sense for a stage to represent Fairly Odd Parents, like how Ghost Zone is to Danny Phantom. Whatever the layout would look like, main platforms as clouds be a likely choice, kind of like Magic Hand stage of the Mother series. Fairies could fly around the background. We could even see some cameos like Jordan Divine Strangle, the Tooth Fairies, or other well-known fairies. It'd be fun to see cameos, am I right? And number 4, the Piglets Living Room from the Rugrats. Now you'd be thinking, how? The living room isn't big enough to fight in. Well, think of this as like the living room stage of Nintendogs, where all the fighters are shrunken down to toy sizes. The confirmed character stage has shown the character sizes don't matter, just like Smash Bros. And with Reptar as the Rugrats rep, it's a nice way to show Reptar's origins as an in-universe franchise of Rugrats. Avatar has appeared with the babies as a toy a lot, and sometimes as a mascot, sometimes as a vehicle, but you get my point. He's mostly known as a toy, so it's a nice callback to that. And number 3, Mrs. Puff's Boating School from SpongeBob SquarePants. While we already have 3 stages already for the franchise, I'd like to see more that takes place in part of Bikini Bottoms. And with the boating school, there's 2 ways the stage could work. Could be in a certain part of the stages like Mario Circuit, or like a traveling stage where it takes the fighters to a certain part of the stage. Overall, both ideas have one type of hazard being on the road and might get hit by driving boats. It'd be a nice detail if you see SpongeBob, Squidward, and Patrick's houses from the distance, or even the Krusty Krab and the Chump Buckets in the background. It'd be a missed opportunity if we don't see either of those locations appear in the game. And I'm talking about the residents of SpongeBob mainly. And number 2, Probending Arena from The Legends of Korra. I love stadium-inspired stages. It makes it feel like these platform fighter games feel like a true event. And with the Probending Arena, this stage really fits the bill. The stage being high above the ring of water, and the very objective is to knock your opponents off the arena. This stage is a perfect fit for this game. There could even be a game mode where there are 2 teams playing a lot like an in-universe sport this stage is inspired by. Honestly, it'd be a missed opportunity if this stage does not get into the game. And for number 1, Nickelodeon's theme stage. I know, this is a rather cop-out, but I'd really like to see a stage that in a way leads up to this moment, the end point to the entire Nick crossover. Final Destination is a great example of this kind of theme. Even other crossover fighters has a final stage, including Cartoon Network's Punch Time Explosion, where it has its own final stage at the very end of its story mode. With Nickelodeon's, could be one based around the theme of its slime, either the orange slime or the green slime, or even other stuff that calls back to Nick's early days. I would love to see a final boss for the arcade mode where it's probably a slime or that little rainbow orb thing. There's just so much opportunity. I would love to see what they would come up with. I'll explain more from another video. And with that, ends my top 10 for my most wild stages in Nickelodeon's All-Star Brawl. Sorry that this video came in late, and hopefully I was able to make more videos after this. Other particular topics within this game, maybe game modes. I'm thinking about possibly super moves. Let me know down in the comments what you want to see for stages, and what other topics I should talk about. Till then, see ya!